Hi, I'm Rachel, and today we are starting our How To Instapot series or pressure cooker. So this is one of those appliances that you may have in your kitchen or still in the box that we let sit for months or years or even longer because we're afraid to use it. So I'm one of those people. It took me a little over a few months to take it out of the box and start using it. It comes to pressure. It's got a lot of buttons. It's a little bit of an intimidating appliance, but it's actually super easy to use and it's just really convenient. You can do a lot of meal prepping. You can do anything from a fancy recipe to basic meal prep that can save you time and energy. So today, to start, we're just gonna break it down, right? We're gonna go through all the parts, how to wash it, and just get more familiar with it. And that, to me, that helps break down the barrier of that intimidation factor, because now we know what everything is and what it's called. So let's start with the base here, because this is they're both easy, but this is a little more straightforward, right? So this part is just called the cooker base. Your heating element is inside here. You can see. This part never comes into contact with food particles. If it does, because you accidentally spill something, you can just wipe it with a lightly damp cloth. This is the inner pot. It's a stainless steel metal pot that comes in and out, easy to wash either by hand or in the dishwasher if it gets a little, stuck on food in there. Slips right in. Okay, if we turn it to the side here, you can see there's a little cup that just clicks into place. If you just put pressure on the sides, it comes right down. This is the condensation collector, just gonna collect condensation. Easy to rinse out. You can wash it by hand or in the dishwasher. And to put it back in, you can just click it right into place. Okay. This is the Duo Nova. So the power cord is detachable. Some of them come in and out just for easy storage. Some of them, the cord is attached permanently. If this gets food on it, same thing. Just take a lightly damp cloth and wipe it off and let it air dry. So plug that back in. Okay. All right. So let's move on up to the lid here. Okay. So here's our lid. We'll start with the inside. This is what they call a sealing ring. It's made of silicone. Yours will likely come with two, one that is clear and one that's darker color. Just because you can cook sweet things in this also, and it can tend to take on the flavor of what you've cooked. So you don't want necessarily a cheesecake to taste like meat. So this one is for the savory dishes that I use it for. So it comes in and out pretty easily. I'll show you how to put it back in. And the key to putting it in is to just gently push it around the ring, the metal ring. And once you get it in, you can kind of give it a little shim and make sure that it's right in the middle. And you can see that's what it should look like, right in the middle. So not under or over, nicely in the middle. Okay. So let's see, next, let's move on to, let me get this out of the way here. This little valve, right? This is the float release valve. It does come fully out for washing. There's a silicone cap that holds it in place. And then here's the valve. These can both be washed by hand or in the dishwasher. Easy to put back in. You're just gonna drop the valve in, and you're gonna put your cap right back on. It should nicely snap into place nice and snug. You'll hear a little snap. All right, what's next? The valve next to it. This is the steam release valve, where you guessed it, steam will release from when it releases either naturally or you hit the quick release button, which is right here. So this valve, just if you pull it out, it'll come right out. On the other side, this little piece of metal here is called the anti-block shield. A little trickier to get out than the other pieces, but still fairly easy. You're just gonna take your thumbs and put pressure on one side. Let's say it'll jump right off there, right? Easier to put back on, actually. Just clicks right back into place. So these two parts are also able to be washed in the dishwasher or by hand. Okay. This, like I said, is the quick release button. If a recipe calls for releasing something quickly, you're gonna give it a press. It will shoot steam out the top of here, so you're gonna want it to not be directly underneath the cabinet, or you'll have nice steam condense all under your cabinet. All right, now let's put this lid on, show you how to lock it into place. Where it says close and open, that's the part that you want to face forward towards you, near the front here, near all our buttons. So I'm gonna come around the side here. A little tricky at first, but if you start with it a little to the side, you can see it fell nicely into the grooves. When I give it a twist, it's in the closed position. Now if we look here, our float release valve is down, which means it's not to pressure, right? Which it's not, because I haven't turned anything on. When it comes to pressure, which can take about 10 minutes, this float valve will shoot up and stay up. And then when you're done cooking, when it hits pressure, when it hits pressure, it will have counted all the way down to 0. After hitting 0, it will start to count back up because it is keeping your food warm. If you don't want it to keep warm, all you have to hit is the cancel button, but it will automatically keep it warm and you will see this button lit up. We've covered it all, so we'll catch you guys back for our next recipe.